Stage 2 of rotator cuff rehabilitation would involve more intentional stretching exercises. They need to be passive, and I would define that as weeks 3 to 8 following surgery. And so passive range of motion exercises, again, are going to be interspersed with long periods of time in the sling. The sling should be worn basically 90% of the time until week 8 after surgery, but you're coming out intentionally trying to stretch. Once again, all of the stretching needs to be done passively, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. We already discussed passive pendulum exercises, and that's good, but it only really gets you reliably up to about 90 degrees. So assuming my left shoulder is the shoulder we're interested in now, you could slowly bring this up, helping it just with the other hand, letting it rest onto a table, and then slowly scooting away from your hand so that the arm gets stretched further and further down. At this point, I'm looking right at the ground, but basically that's the same as raising my arm overhead. So that's a very effective way to regain forward elevation. You could similarly put it out to the side and bring your body out to the side a little bit. When we work on external rotation, it would be gently pushing it away from the body and gently pulling it into the chest wall. These are very good exercises to do in phase 2 following rotator cuff repair surgery. Once again, we're working on our left shoulder, and we're going to work on passive range of motion exercises. The way to do that would be to have your other arm by the wrist help you to raise it up, and then your other arm plus gravity would help it to come up overhead until it's lying on the table right beneath you. You could do this in bed or on the floor. And then you would help it to come back down by your side. You could also do rotational exercises here. Again, in that second stage after rotator cuff rehabilitation, this all needs to be done passively, which means that this shoulder is not helping with the motion actively. It's relaxed during the ranges of motion. The question often comes up, how long should you hold the stretch for? Part of that depends on how easy or difficult it is for you to regain range of motion. Some people have a real easy time, others have a greater challenge. If you do have difficulty with range of motion, you need to spend longer amounts of time stretching. It's not unreasonable to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes or more at the end point. If the motion is easy, that's not stretching. It's only when you get to the end point and you hold it that the stretch really counts. And in general, I would like to see my patients stretch at the end point for up to an hour per day. If you're having a hard time regaining range of motion, you might consider stretching for even longer periods of time than that. But our goal should be full passive range of motion by 8 weeks from surgery in all planes. Now, how do you know if you're stretching enough? See what your other side can do and try to make your operative shoulder match.